Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Buckeye High School Football Coaches Show. We'd like to thank our sponsors, BK Distributors, BK Apparel, and BK Promotions. Anything you need with a logo on it, Scott and the team over at BK can take care of you. They are a headline sponsor for all Buckeye athletics. We'd also like to thank Kayla Walker and Century 21. She is a realtor living and working in our community. So go see Kayla Walker on any real estate needs, and Katie's Fast Pitch, unlocking your child's potential one pitch at a time. Katie's Fast Pitch. Go see her, catch her on Facebook at katiesfastpitch.com. And we'd always like to thank Rio Rojo for letting us have our coaches show here on Thursday nights and Wednesday nights when we have a Thursday night ball game. So we'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And look, we got a big one coming up, Josh. It's going to be a big game Thursday night under the lights here in Panther Stadium. We've got Bunky coming in, but let's talk about some of the highlights of the last game as we traveled down to Vidalia.
Yeah, look, we had a good showing there against Vidalia. Vidalia was very athletic. The Panthers did a good job trying to, they contained the speed they had. They had real good speed. Buckeye did a really good job containing their speed, didn't let them get into a lot of space, put a little bit of pressure on the quarterback to when he would have to make that ball come out a little quicker. Couldn't get his ball on target there. But offensively, we did well as we were able to move the ball pretty significantly against them, whether it was in the run. We threw a little bit of swing passes here and there through those little flat routes that we were running. So we had overall success pretty much throughout the night on the offensive side of the ball. Some of the leaders there on the offensive side of the ball is going to be rushing. I believe rushing, look, Preston Willis, another fantastic week. Preston Willis goes 23 rushes for 228 yards with 3 touchdowns.
Another great game.
Yeah, look, I mean, anytime you can have that much success inside the tackle, because a lot of it was inside the tackles. He was doing that little cutback with those counters there, and once he got into space, got past those linebackers, there was nobody there that could run him down. He could get that speed open, that 4.6 speed that he talks about.
That's
again.
Right. I believe him at this point because I've seen him go down the sideline a couple times.
Yeah, I think we need to check him on that there. But look, Fitzback had another pretty good night as well. 13 rushes, 82 yards. He also had 2 on the ground as well. So you got, remember we kind of went to what we called back in the 90s or the 2000s, or if you grew up playing NCAA football on the PlayStation, whatever you did as a kid, that's pretty much kind of like a pro set is what I called it. And we got a 2-back system there that, gives that quarterback not that pitch man option, but he can run that RPO from there. So those guys there, when you have a guy that rushes for 228 yards, and then the guy on the left side of you rushes for 82 yards with 2 touchdowns. You got 5 touchdowns between them. As a quarterback, that makes your night a little easier there as far as that, if they can have some success on that.
They did. And listen, our defense come out. We got Ty Curtis back last week. And just as like we talked about, his presence on the field makes a difference. He's a team leader. He's a leader of the defense out there. Defense come out, pitch a shutout in the first half, let our offense give us a big lead. They only give up 14 points the all game. They played a really, really good game as a total defensive unit from the front to the back. Really proud of the defense, the way they stepped up. Coming out of a game where the defense took some on the chin, and coming in this one, they really, really stepped up and shut the Vikings down to 14 points.
Yeah, look, I mean, your defense has been playing well all year. I understand that we've had some two big games that we give up a lot of points on, but I think some of that countermeasure was because we couldn't keep an offense on the field long enough. Now keep in mind, we've been playing through adversity since, you might as well say this team here has been playing through adversity since last year when they started with quarterbacks going in and out, getting hurt here. They put Colt Bircher in as, Grimmett couldn't throw this year as well. It still has that AC problem, that labrum tear. So you put in Colt Bircher behind it, you have a little bit of a quarterback problem there, then Colt goes down. So the team has been playing through adversity on the offensive side of the ball for about 2 years now, you might as well say. But their defense has always kept them in ball games, and that's not changed this year. Anytime their defense has to step up against an opponent to where a game that they should win, they've done a pretty good job as long as they can get a little bit of counterbalance with moving the football a little bit and this and that. And
you talked about the rushing yards and you talked about moving the football. We also threw the ball a little bit Friday night, and one of our receivers really stepped up big for the Buckeye Panthers.
Yeah, look, I mean, always Bryce Worthing is always one of those guys that can catch the ball anywhere you throw it to him as well. My hats is off to Bryce. Bryce is a fantastic receiver that we have. To me, he's one of our best route runners we have. He's always finds a way to get open, finds that little soft coverage there into the defense there. And look, he makes some of those catches that you think no way in the world anybody's going to catch it. He does that. And also this week we had 2 receptions coming out this week from this receiver here who actually led there in, we had 3 receptions who actually led in the receiving yards this year. And also, I believe he had a touchdown as well.
Yes.
Rushing on the rushing side.
Yeah.
So Gage Warner had three receptions there for 49 yards, and then he ends up running one in. I don't know exactly what his rushing yards were. I don't think I seen him there.
He had some really good catches, and he had really good runs after the catch because he caught a lot of them on a swing pass or a little bubble out there, and he did some good running after the catch. Was really impressed with the way his vision was. He found the end zone there Friday night. So we're going to present him with a player of the game this week.
Yeah, we'll give him the player of the game this week. So Gage Warner, if you're here, come up and get the player of the game.
Is he here, Coach?
He is.
Gage Warner, player of the game. Y'all give him a hand. Come on up, buddy. Congratulations, buddy. Oh, yeah, we're going to after we talk to you a little bit.
Now, one of the rules are that when you get away from the school now, I don't think you wear slides, so I'm not going to say that you have slides on. That's
All right,
okay,
Gage, tell us
slide
about
on
the
that.
night, man. You had a great night. Every time I looked up, you was going down the field somewhere, man.
I'm just happy the coach put me in position to succeed, and I was just happy to do what I can to help the team win.
Hey, man, that's a great attitude. That's a leadership attitude right there. When you caught the ball on the outside there, you must have been picking up some good blocking because you seemed like you could pick your way down the field last Friday.
Yeah, I just see people and I just run the other direction.
If you're a receiver, that's a good thing to
I
do.
think Preston does that. I think he got a couple laughs out there. Sees people.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And you got to put it in the end zone. It felt good.
Oh my gosh, that was like a big weight lift off my chest.
That's right, buddy.
Yeah, look, man. I mean, that's one of the reasons there. We've seen that team rally around you there. You got that score there with just a few seconds left on. You could tell that they were trying to get you into that end zone, and then they finally get you into that end zone. I mean, you could tell by the excitement, man. I think you could tell that you were excited for sure.
Yeah, I didn't. If you told me my first touchdown would have been at running back, I'd never believe you.
That's right. That's what's so good about this game of football. Look, man, what people don't understand is it's 11 positions on the field. It takes all of 11 of them to do different things. And look, man, you may be known as far as your receiver running wide out, but anytime you can get behind the line there and get you a running back, get you a run in as a running back, you'll take them any way you get them.
Oh yeah, they block good.
Yeah, you didn't mind what they called you when you went in the zone, did you?
Oh well, I ran them tosses outside, and I was like, I figured that, but then they said run up the middle. I was like, I just wanted it bad.
I actually thought you were going to get in on the first, the play before that. And I mean, they stopped you just right around the 2-yard line. And I'm like, man, I really hope he gets in. And you could tell they were speeding it up, got on the line, got you in the end zone. So, man, that's a big time thing there. Like Darron said, it's got to lift that weight off your shoulder.
Ryan DeSell threw me in the end zone when I got stopped at the 1 yard.
That's right. Look, if you got anybody that needs to give you a little bit of juice there, Ryan DeSell's the man.
Yeah, he had a good. It was like a backwards tush push.
I got tackled in the back, but I got in the end zone.
That's it. That's all that matters. As long as you get in, buddy. Hey, congratulations on the game. Great night. We love to see kids when they step up, and you had a really good game, and we love to watch you play, man. Bring it to tomorrow. You can't quit. You got to bring that mentality into Panther Stadium tomorrow and keep on rolling.
So,
All right. Congratulations, man.
yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Gage. Everybody, big round of applause, Gage Warner. Coach, you got the picture? Come on, there we go.
1, 2, and 3.
It's always good to see one's face light up when they get in the end zone, and Gage really deserved it. So, all right, it's time. Everybody put their hands together for the head football coach of Buckeye High School, Coach Aaron York. How's it going, Coach?
Good. Good evening.
All right, it's a big one coming Thursday night.
Let's go.
Hey,
Ready to go now.
Before we get into Bunky, let's just talk a little bit about Vidalia. Hey, y'all come out with a really, really good game plan. And listen, I mean, the 2 games before that, the offense was struggling.
Right.
Y'all come out with a really, really good game plan, and y'all switch things up a little bit. And just kudos, hats off to your staff and yourself for making that happen. What kind of changes did y'all make?
Well, you go back to the Voiles game. We, offensively, you kind of temper your offense around the players that you got. And, going into it, I thought we evolved with what we had at that point in time, but we had some key injuries, and especially to our quarterback position.
Yes.
And so, the style that we were playing then really didn't kind of match up to what, our other guys did. And it's almost like you go back to the drawing board of, you don't want the kids to adapt to your system, but you need to adapt to what the kids do well. And so, half of the Voiles game and then into Menard, it was kind of us finding ourselves of what we can and couldn't do, very well. And I think that, it's taken us a couple weeks, but we now know with our personnel, we moved some people around, positions around. I think now that we kind of have an identity of what we can and can't do, which is as we move forward, it's going to help us progress in district play and into the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard when you're moving guys around. You got to have people that are bought into the system that
Right.
trust you to make the best decision for.
Right. No, I thought they've done really well. I mean, we call specific names. You look at, we put Brenton at quarterback and we moved him to running back. I think that's a fit. We've inserted a tight end. We're using more of one of our offensive linemen, Ryan DeSalle. We've got him at a tight end. When we use a tight end position, use him more of a tight end with a fullback, wingback, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Inserting Shane Whites. I mean, those are things that, just little different wrinkles, formations that, we haven't shown that those are things as we progress. It gives us more of a surface area, more of a blocking surface area, which helps space out gaps for your running backs. And I think with our quarterback right now, we've got a 10th grade quarterback that this is his first time, taking the reign at quarterback. It helps with your receiving routes and making the reads of who I need to throw to or what I need to throw, instead of making a read with 3 receivers in a concept. Now he's only having to read 1 or 2 routes, and I think that kind of helps settles him down as well. Right, simplifying it down. So I think those are all things offensively, that has helped us. I thought last week we did a good job of, and we're going to progress on it and move, as we continue to move throughout the year, we're going to get better at it. And I think it's something that kind of matches our identity as we progress, here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, look, you gotta to play in this district, and we talked about it last year. You started district play last week against Vidalia, but the road ahead of you, man, this district right now is tough for a 480 student body to compete in. Because you can't match up personnel wise as far as that many athletes in a pool. I get that. So I'll say this district here is tough, and you can have 4 state champions out of it.
Right, you can.
So I mean, you got in the state. I seen one poll today inside the state. Bunky's ranked I think number 3 inside the whole state.
Yep.
And then you got Gina ranked number 9.
And then Marksville.
And then you got Marksville in the top 15.
Right.
But then if you turn around and go into their individual classifications that they're going to be ranked in, Gina's number 1 in their classification. Bunky's number 2 or 3. And then you have Marksville up there at number 5. So the district road ahead, can you beat them? Yeah, anybody can be beaten on any day.
Right.
You have to play really good football. You have to have a good game plan. But again, I just want to emphasize this district's tough.
I think that's the fun of it, though. As we move forward,
It's going to make you better for
right.
sure.
It's going to make not only this year better, but our program better. I mean, we look, guys, apart from 2 weeks where we were, looking at, personnel changes, injuries, and whatnot. I mean, we're a 4-2 ball club.
I was about to say, at the end of the day, you're still 4-2.
We're 4-2, and we're 1-0 in district. And,
and that's where you want to be.
Right. Don't take that away from these kids
That's
here.
right.
And, you kind of compare it to last year. Well, we were in the same situation last year going into this week. Bunkie, we were 4-2, 1-0 in district.
That's why I touched earlier. You've been starting your adversity since you got here with behind the
Right.
reins. You've been starting that adversity started last year, and you have some of these seniors now, that are going to need to step up. They can still make history right now because
Absolutely.
we can still win a playoff game. That's going to put you as the first playoff coach that's won a playoff game. So you got to have some seniors that's going to rally around that and decide that that's what we're going to play for. No matter what it looks like in district, no matter if you're 4-2, 1-8, and whatever you want to call it, you still have a time to make a mark on this program, and I think that's in your playoffs.
What you're playing for right now is one, back-to-back winning seasons.
That's correct.
Okay, you're playing for a playoff berth, and if you look right now, I mean, we're sitting at number 11 in the playoffs.
Right.
You're playing to win that first playoff game. So, like I told our kids, we have a lot in front of us right now, and I know that there's a couple losses puts bad taste in your mouth, but I thought we responded well last week, and if we can get our mindset right and put in the work and get people healthy,
Right.
we have a great opportunity to do something that we haven't seen here at this school.
That's exactly right. And listen, like you said, all your goals are still attainable in front of you.
All in front of us, absolutely.
I don't know if you had a goal to go 10-0, but that's pretty
If
far
you
reach.
had 10-0 on the list, you got to mark it off.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
82,
everything that you want to
still
do
make it.
as far as district, as far as playoffs, everything is achievable still. And like you said, I love the way they responded from week before last to last week.
Right.
And that shows the character of the team. And you look at that and you go, all right, they're still in it. They're still they're fighting for this.
Yeah, look, you have two of the toughest guys on the defensive side of the ball that I've seen in a long time that straps the pads up, that loves to hit you in the mouth. Ty Curtis and Gage Belgard are unbelievable at the linebacker position. And they don't matter if you weigh 270 pounds, if you weigh 173. They're going to kick you right square in the mouth or try to. And that is what the game of football is about as far as the way they play it out. I mean, it's a joy to watch them. And it can be, like you said, you can be losing on the scoreboard, and I can guarantee you Gage Belgard and Ty Curtis is still playing because they got to realize this is the last time they're going to suit up as a Panther.
That's it.
So you can see that intensity all through that game, no matter what the scoreboard is.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's taking advantage of opportunities like that you have as we get to the back half of the season and, hopefully into the playoffs and where we go in the playoffs. That's what it's all about. I told our guys that, we're trying to find the dudes on both sides of the ball, 11 guys that want to be out there, want to compete. And at this time of year, everybody's bumped and bruised, and it's about finding guys that want to compete for 48 minutes and just get after it.
That's it.
That's what we're trying to instill right now.
Yeah, look, you need 11.
11.
You need 11.
Need 11.
I don't know how many's on the roster. It was 58,
Need 11.
57, 56.
Sold
You
out
need
11.
11.
You need 11 guys to step up and say, you know what? I don't care what else happens.
Yep.
I'm going to be one of those
Yep.
11.
That's
You
it.
go- that's just the way it is. I mean, that's what is so great about football.
That's it.
So going into Bunkie, Coach, all right.
Yep.
45 Army, Darren. 45 Army.
Yeah.
Well, they had 20 people on the roster.
So as we go into Bunkie,
Okay.
we know Bunkie's good. It's no secret going into them. They have great athletes. They have speed. They have everything that you want.
Now, they don't quite have everything as they did last year,
Right.
but they still have phenomenal athletes.
So going into it, obviously y'all's staff has a plan. What players are we looking at on their team that we need to key on to shut down?
Let me first start off by saying that I'd rather be a Panther in blue and gold
Oh, all day
than
long.
red and white.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
let's
look.
just start off saying that.
For sure.
the blue and gold Panthers look a whole heck of a lot better than the Panthers in red and white. Secondly, let's start off by saying that if the score was already determined, we wouldn't play tomorrow night.
That's exactly
And
right.
so we're going to flip the lights on, and we're going to go out there, and we got 48 minutes, okay, to beat the Panthers in red and white, and that's our goal. And so, you know, you look at them, yes, they've got great players, but we got great players too.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ride with our guys 24/7 any day of the week. But, you know, look at some of their guys that we got to stop. You got to stop their quarterback, number 8. You got to stop their receivers. 0, he's going to fly. 1's going to fly. Got to stop the running back, 25.
He's a big
right,
guy.
He's a big kid. And I think they, you know, they're going to lean on 25, running the little zone read with them, running the power with them. And they're going to throw it up when they think they can get over the top. I think our corners are going to, you know, have a good night. We're going to stop
Yeah,
that.
look, I think Braden Pope plays one of the best corners.
He does.
I mean, I've seen it a long time
Yeah.
here, especially, you know, he does a good job keeping his receivers staying on their routes. You know, he's right there to make the play. He does a good job. Very seldom do you see him break down to where you're not. I'm not saying that may happen 10 times this week, but up to this point, for the last 2 years that I've been following it really close doing this, Braden Pope's played a phenomenal quarterback.
And so, I mean, you know, offensively, they got guys, but, you know, you flip the script, though, we've got guys, too, offensively. I mean, it's not a mistake that we've got a running back that he's ran for 200-plus yards in 2 games this year.
Which is amazing.
100 yards in another game. I mean, you know, we got guys that can go, too.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that our offensive line's clicking at the right time. Defensively, you know, they're going to run a 5-3. They've been in it for the last couple years. They don't get out of it. They're going to man press you. And I think we've got the guys that can win a one-on-one route, and that kind of matches what our system is right now. We want to throw those one-on-one routes.
Yeah, 'cause you got to beat a 5-3. You're gonna have to beat man on man.
Right, you're going to have to win the one-on-ones. And
Yeah,
so we've challenged our receivers, win the
And look, I
route.
think your skill players that you have that has to win those battles.
You got to win them.
Yeah, the skill players that you can match up to win those one-on-one battles, I think your skill players are, you know, you have some very good skill players as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm excited about it. I hope it's, you know, I want it to go better than last year, for sure. You know,
It's going to.
But again,
They come into Panther fan. No real Panther
yeah,
fan.
so I mean, look, so I mean, you have a lot of things on paper. Yeah, it may even look like they're supposed to be that much better than you, and this and that. But everybody can't catch you out because like I said, at any time anybody can be beat.
You play fast, you play physical, don't turn the ball over, and limit the big plays on defense. You're going to be successful in tomorrow night. I truly feel defensively if we don't give up big chunk plays, and offensively if we don't put the ball on the ground, and we come out and we play the style of football where we just, I mean, once again, it's just get after it, hard-nosed, tough,
Yeah,
physical
well, I mean,
football.
look, last year they're all week long. They said stop Jim Burley.
Right.
And if you handed the ball off last year to Jim Burley, they stopped Jim
Yeah.
Burley. So I think this year you may have a little bit of, you know, some stuff that you can do that
We
may help you out a
lost,
little
we
bit.
lost a couple good kids last year.
Oh, yeah,
But
look, I mean-
I think top to bottom we're a better team
Oh,
this
I
year
completely
than we are last year. I think we're more versatile. I don't think we lean on one
That's right.
person. I think up front, I mean, I'll say it again, I think our offensive line is tremendously improved.
That's what I was going to say. I think your offensive line has progressively got better since last year each week.
Each week.
And I still honestly believe that next year your offensive line is going to be better than they have been the last 2 years.
I mean, apart from our now tackle/converted tight end, Ryan.
Right.
I mean, rest of them from tackle to tackle, they're all coming back, plus all the, you know, the guys behind them. I mean, I'll take those guys. I think those guys, you know, in my heart of heart and in my gut, I feel like we're going to win the battle up front tomorrow night, and that's going to help establish what we want to do offensively. And I mean, I'm looking for a great game. I think it's going to be a good atmosphere. It's going to be Thursday night. Got a whole lot of other teams playing in the area tomorrow night, so hopefully
Yeah,
we get
so
a
I
good
look
crowd
for it to
out.
be a lot of people there. I'm sure there's going to be a couple people You know?
They're going to bring a big crowd because
Yeah.
I mean they follow their group. They're a good fan base over there.
Oh yeah, I mean they have a lot of people there. Like I said, it was a big time atmosphere there when we were there last year.
Last year there was.
So I mean it was a lot of people there.
And the good news, when you're going into a game like this, it's always great when you have a good defense.
Right.
Because your defense can hold you in there and hold you in there. A good defense will take you through one of these games. And listen, you hit a score here, you hit a score there, and next thing you know, we're in this thing in the fourth quarter and we're going to fight for it.
That's it. You know, just give yourself a shot.
That's
Yeah,
it.
look, I mean, like last year, you know, that quarterback's sitting.
He's at Ole Miss.
Ole
Miss, and then you had a
the
receiver that was
University of Houston.
So I mean, you know, last year it was, man, they could dial it up,
Yeah.
you know. So I think I'm not taking any away from these guys this year, and I'm sure they can still dial it up.
Those were two different individuals.
Oh,
last
yeah.
year.
You don't see that every
I mean, you don't see that. You don't see that every day. So
But listen, any more injury update? What are we looking like on the injury front? We know ties week to week.
I think weekly we're steadily getting back into it, and we know that these last 3 or 4 games going into the playoffs are going to be a grind. But I think that with the guys being out, we've built a little bit of depth.
Yeah.
So we have that going into it. I think those guys that were backups, they got some quality minutes going into it. And I hate it that it actually kind of affected our JV program because you want to play those JV games, but when you look and half your JV teams
well, I was about to say
playing up.
now you have this problem now to where your JV, yeah, you want those reps to start getting in there. But me and Darron were talking about this last week. I think you have a sophomore, 3 sophomore linemen, maybe, someone that you switch in and out. Now you have a sophomore quarterback.
Right.
And I mean, as good as JV reps are,
Friday night reps
Friday
are a
night,
little
and
bit.
Friday night and Thursday night reps
Yeah.
are what's going to make you better.
The ones that you hurt for, your freshmen, and you want to get those guys reps because they put in the work, and I understand that. And I try to tell them that all the time. I told them the other night after the ball game, I said, "Hey guys, this is going to be y'all here in a couple of years. Get ready.
Work while you wait.
Right, work while you wait." And but those are the ones that really miss out on just. And it's nothing that they did wrong. It's just the sheer fact of injuries, and you don't have 100 kids on a roster. If you had 100 kids on a roster, yeah, you could do that. But once again, we go back to it's a numbers game at some point, and now that's what we're playing.
You know how many you need out of that numbers game?
11.
11.
You're right. 11.
So I'm looking forward to it. I think Panther Stadium is going to be full tomorrow night. It's going to be a really fun atmosphere. The Buckeye Panthers are coming in, but I really believe our team will go out there and they'll put everything they have on the field. And if we do that, we've got a shot in 4.
No, I feel good. There's nights before a ball game where I don't sleep because
Right.
you don't feel prepared or you don't feel good. This is one of those games that I feel like we're prepared. I know it's a short week, but just something relaxing about tomorrow night. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know.
That's coaching intuition.
Right. It's just one of those things that I don't feel anxious about it. I'm actually ready for it to happen now. But
Start it now. Huh?
Right. Start it now. So we go out and perform and we play our best ball up to this point. I feel like we got a good shot. And our goal, I told them earlier this week, our goal this week is to go 1-0 this week. We're not worried about anything else. 1-0 this week, and we'll worry about next week.
Hell, I mean, it'll have enough trouble next week. We'll just deal with this one right now. But listen, we love for you to come out here and visit with us, Coach, and,
Who do
and
we
just
have
get to
after?
pick your brain.
Who do we have directly after Buckeye?
Looking down the road, you got Buckeye this week, and then next week we go to Caldwell.
Caldwell.
And then Marksville comes to us, and Gina comes to us.
So your last two games will be at home.
At home, right.
Yeah, look, that's
Yeah.
a tough road, man. I think to beat one of the 3 teams, 2 of the 3 teams would be phenomenal. If
Yeah.
you beat 2 of the 3 teams there that we've talked about all show. One of the 3 teams would be great as well, because that puts you, because like I said, inside their district,
Right.
or inside their select that they're inside their selection, they're ranked pretty high. So that's going to help you into your playoff.
I say you
berth and
just beat
this
them all,
and that.
Coach.
Yeah, if you
that-
beat them
that's
all,
the
that's
goal.
fantastic.
Just beat them all.
That's
But what
the
I'm
goal.
saying is those big time games are one of
Yeah.
those that you need to pick up, or 2 of those that you need to pick up, or let's face it, all 3 of those that you need to pick up. They all come to you this year,
Right.
so you don't have to go there. So I think that's to your advantage somewhat. You know?
Here's what I know about playing when you start playing ball games like this and playing in the big ball games. All it takes is one game to win a game like that, and it's a program changer.
100%. I think if you could beat Gina, Bunkie, and Marksville, one of the three, two and three, there's no reason that you shouldn't go on the road or somebody come to you at home on home playoff game and win that. And if it's not a bye, go in and win the next game too, because those are second round caliber teams.
Right, those are, and that gives your kids the belief that, hey, you know what, you can go out any given night, play with anybody, and it's not just for this year, but you look at it the next year. Hey guys, we can think back to, hey, remember when we beat this bunch on that night? You know, I can vividly remember there was a turnaround at a school I was up north at. Our second year there, we beat the Logan Court Tigers, where we came back.
Who were the state champions?
Right.
The year before that, or
year before that. But that was just one of those light switch moments, and I think when we get that here, that's going to be one of those moments we're going to look back on and say, hey, I remember that game that we went out and beat Bunkie, we beat Gina.
That's right. And sometimes it comes down to that play.
Right, a play.
So are you going to be the guy who makes that play
That's right.
to make the game?
And I think with Marksville this year that, you know,
Marksville's getting into a system where they're starting to understand.
they've got
as well,
athletes.
Too.
They got athletes, but the thing we got going into it that I liked last year, mentally, hey, we went out there and we dominated them last year.
It was a phenomenal game last year. We went out there and took care of business as soon as we got the ball, scored 7 points, and then it was like we had a lot of success, and then you could tell it was making that toll on us.
And that was one of those games that, hey, turns the page for you as a program. And so now we need one of those wins against a Bunkie, against a Gina, and then that's when you're really going to see the change.
That's right. You know, more kids want to start playing at that point.
That's it.
And you just get the train rolling. But
that's it.
We really thank you for coming out here tonight. Like I said, you come and visit with us and just give a little insight to all the community here as the games go on throughout the year.
Yeah, look, there's so much going on right now.
Oh, it's a lot.
You got junior high football. You still got fall ball going on.
Oh yeah.
There's people everywhere. You know, it's a lot.
From an AD standpoint, I'll tell you, we've got basketball coming up.
Yes.
They're starting their season. Soccer's coming up, starting their season. Don't be remiss that we've got cross country going on right now.
That's right.
There's a lot.
I ran cross country.
You ran cross country?
Yeah.
I'll give you a true story. My first year coaching 20-something years ago, cross country coach, kid you not, now cross country coach. We'd practice at 5 o'clock in the morning. Our cross country kids were football kids because everybody wanted to run cross country.
Yeah.
Well, the nice physique that I was in at that point in time,
The good old days.
I would get in my truck.
That's because you were used to running that 5 miles before there at LC, down the bridge, over the bridge, back to the rec room. So you did that every morning. I know because I was there.
We did that.
Yeah.
But I would get in my truck, and one of our running routines where I would drive in the truck with my windows down playing music. I would hit the horn. Cross-country kids would have to run away from my truck. When I hit the horn again, they'd have to catch back up to me.
Oh, my God.
And we'd just do that back and forth. So while they were running in the cold, I was in my truck.
You was having fun, jamming out.
I was having fun. So there's your cross-country moment right now. But there is a lot of things going on. Come out, support the football program, support all of our athletic programs. I mean, we've got a lot of kids that, crossover kids. We've got kids at the end of the season, they'll be going to soccer, going to basketball, going to baseball, powerlifting, and get out and go support these kids. They put a lot of work in, a lot of time in. So.
For sure. Let's fill up Panther Stadium tomorrow night. Let's make it a big Thursday night as Bunkie comes into town. But we'd like to thank our sponsors before we step off here. We'd always like to thank BK Distributors, BK Promotions, and BK Apparel. Anything you need with a logo on it, whether it be a letter jacket, a fathead, whatever you need, he's got a brand new South facility down there. State-of-the-art machines in it. He can get you anything and get it to you quick. We'd also like to thank Kayla Walker. She is our Buckeye High School headline sponsor for football. Miss Kayla Walker with Century 21 and Katie's Fast Pitch, unlocking your child's potential one pitch at a time. We'd also like to thank Rio Rojo. If everybody would give a big round of applause to Rio Rojo letting us stay here and have our coaches show on Wednesdays or Thursday nights. And we're going to sign off and we'll catch everybody there in Panther Stadium.